Yeah, hello everybody, and warm welcome from our side to today's presentation. My name is Daniel. I'm working at Pepperl Fuchs in Mannheim, Germany since 2018. And Pepperl Fuchs is a leading manufacturer of industrial sensors, so we are having more than 7,000 employees all around the world. And we are manufacturing all kinds of industrial sensors for industrial applications. So like, we're producing ultrasonic sensors, for example, inductive sensors, capacitive sensors. So we have a huge portfolio of around 20,000 sensors. And most of them are, of course, wired sensors. I'm working as a technology manager, and I'm in charge for driving new business for wireless sensors.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. My name is Nadine Jäger. I joined Actility last year, and Actility is a leading provider of IoT connectivity and has also a daughter company called Abiway that is focusing on geolocation solutions for asset tracking or personal safety. And my position is sales director for the DACH region for Czech Republic and Poland.
Yes. Why are we on stage together today? So maybe some of you are asking that. We are really following the idea of better together. Means that we at Pepperl Fuchs are focusing on what we are best in, and that is really the developing and the manufacturing of IoT sensors or sensors. And so our customers, of course, they use our sensors, but they need more. They need the network, they need the gateways, they need the platforms, the dashboards, and it really is almost the same with Nadine. So their customers, they're having the networks, they're having the platform available. They maybe also have the sensors, but they need more. They need, for example, also industrial sensors. And so we think that collaboration is really key here. And one example for that collaboration is that we, this year, for the second time, we joined the eWorld in Essen with a common booth together with Actility, with Pepperl Fuchs, and with M2M Germany to really prove that whole value chain in LoRaWAN. And another example for that is that we created a starter kit. We put sensors in that starter kit from Pepperl Fuchs, gateways. We put the LoRa network server from Actility in, as well as from the Swiss company Akensa dashboards. And so that really helped customers to do first steps easily with a plug-and-play solution for all kinds of smart level monitoring.
Yeah, some facts and figures about Actility. To introduce the company, Actility was founded in 2008 and counts around 130 employees in total. We are a co-inventor of LoRaWAN and a founding member of the LoRa Alliance, where we are still an active contributor, the LoRa Alliance that now has more than 400 members. Actility is a global operating company with offices in more than 10 country locations, mainly in Europe. We're headquartered in France, but we also have offices in APAC and in the Americas. And we address three main markets. The first one are large-scale operators with public nationwide networks. Among our customers, we count names like Orange, KPN, Swisscom, or Dry. The second market are private dedicated networks that can be deployed either as a SaaS solution or self-hosted on premises or in a private cloud. And the third market, as mentioned before, is Abiway with asset tracking devices and smart badges for personal safety, like the one I'm wearing here. Actility implements the latest standards of the LoRa Alliance and has a lot of added features like relay, roaming, FOTA, or network-based geolocations. And some figures, we're working with more than 50 operators, have more than 43,000 connected gateways, and sold more than 200,000 Abiway trackers. And we work with more than 120 distributors and resellers worldwide. And Actility also provides the ThinkPark marketplace, which is a huge IoT web shop, and also a free TP SaaS community where, for example, IoT platforms or device makers can test their interoperability.
So as said, Pepperl Fuchs, we are on the market for more than 80 years, and we are really focusing on industrial sensors. And in 2014, we received a request from the city of Barcelona, and they were looking for battery-operated wireless sensors for the field level management of their waste containers. And so that was really when we started to push our wireless business. And we now have really first steps with our Wilson Sonic. So it's an ultrasonic sensor for all kind of distance measurement. And Wilson stands for wireless sensoric. As you can see on the picture, we have several types of ultrasonic sensors for different ranges. And yeah, we at Pepperl Fuchs, we really did the first steps with smart city applications. So I would like to dive in there a little bit to give you a feeling what we are doing. And then we jump over to industrial use cases. So really the first steps we did was with using our sensors for enable intelligent disposal management. So really putting the sensor into containers for all kind of filling level management of used glass, old clothes, recyclable containers, or monitoring them remotely. So the big benefit is here that the containers then are only collected when it's actually necessary. So that's more efficient route planning that results in fewer emissions, traffic jams, and even noise in the area. And by following the QR code, I put some application report behind that. With one of our biggest customers, it's the city of Freiburg in Germany. They use our sensors in their glass containers, and they expect to reduce the cost by 25% for their waste management, for the disposal management. Another use case where we use our sensor, it's quite new. It's really also powered by Actility. We use the sensor, the sonic sensors, for enable remote monitoring of so-called train crates. So there, the ultrasonic detects if foliage or other debris stuck in the crate, which normally clogs the inflow and causes flooding, especially after heavy rain events. And so our customer here, he usually needs to check all the train crates once a week. So he drives around, check it manually, and even after every heavy rain event. And so in the future, the user now can carry out cleaning of the affected crates in a really target manner. Of course, leads to lower costs as well as emissions. And the last smart city application report I would like to show you is that we use also our sensors for water level monitoring of rivers, lakes, or retention basin. So here we are monitoring by using fine mesh network of sensors for measuring the water level, and also include other weather data to enable AI models to predict when and where flooding will occur. And here we are, I put the QR code in. For another application report, we are here in a large project in Wuppertal in Germany as well, where we are one of the sensor manufacturers. We deliver our ultrasonic sensors. There are other sensor manufacturers included, and also the university for the AI models. And so, of course, the target here is to necessary protective measures can be taken before the actual crisis situation arises. So some introduction about smart city applications with Pepperl Fuchs. Now dive into the industrial world, our home market, where Pepperl Fuchs is coming from. So we have one great first project here in the industrial world together with a German car manufacturer. Can't tell the name. The task here was to reliably doing the field level management, field level monitoring of those containers, so you can see them on the picture. So we put the sensor on the top of the container. There's a little hole in the lid of the container, and the sensor measures through that. And we are also able to localize the containers by GPS. On the bottom, you can see a dashboard, so you can see what the current fuel level of the container is and where the containers are located. Yeah, and the benefits for our customer here is, of course, that they now know exactly when to empty the containers. So normally somebody's walking around a few times a day, checking the containers and then emptying it, and now they know exactly where to go to. So fewer manual processes are required, and of course they now exactly know at what workstation what amount of waste or recyclables are detected. So a lot more transparency and the possibility of documentation. Bottom line, increasing efficiency and saving cost. Yeah, another new customer we are currently setting up with is Airbus Helicopters. So Airbus Helicopters offers the full spectrum of rotary wing aircraft for civil government, military, law enforcement, and even para-public uses. They have 7,000 employees at 11 sites in 9 countries. And there's one really exciting project. So it's about load carrier management. And here the initial situation was that the workers in the pre-assembly line, they get boxes with components for the helicopters. They take those boxes out of the Kanban system and they install those components on the helicopters. And afterwards, they have these empty boxes and they bring the boxes to a collecting area on the other side of the factory. So they thought, hey, how could we use LoRaWAN to improve this process really easy? And so for the first step, they installed LoRaWAN action buttons. And if the worker pushed those action buttons, an automated guided vehicles on HEV comes automatically, put those boxes and bring them to the collecting area. So really nice idea, but the problem was now that the workers push the buttons too often or they don't push the buttons. So there was some problems, and the task for us was now, guys, please automate this process. And this is what we did. So as you can see on the picture, we put our ultrasonic sensor above those stack. So the sensor continuously measures the height of the container stack using ultrasonic. And if some predefined height is reached, the HEV is requested automatically. It delivers the trolley, the empty trolley, and takes the trolley with the empty boxes with it. So the benefits now for the user are really clear. They have much fewer manual processes. Nobody needs to take care about the empty boxes anymore. Increased efficiency and cost saving. And yeah, without putting any wires, having any power supply on this workstation. So that was really impressive also for our customer here.
And another use case that Airbus Helicopters implemented based on the Actility private on-premises network server that meets also the high security standards of Airbus Helicopters is temperature monitoring. And the challenge they faced is that maintaining the cable-based legacy system was related to high costs for them. We're talking about roughly 2,000 euros for one data point, and they had to equip 200 sensors in 20 buildings, including ATEX zones. So they choose to use LoRaWAN, and this allowed them to save 50% on the costs, so roughly 200,000 euro in this specific case. And of course, the already existing LoRaWAN infrastructure allows them for other use cases. Typical search and find use cases. Employees of Airbus Helicopters receive like 6,000 orders daily. And now they will install the Abbyway compact trackers on the logistic trolleys that use outside GPS and communicate over LoRaWAN and indoor use Coupa. So this is currently being implemented, and they expect to save around 5,300 search hours per year. Getting to the next industrial customer. First of all, a few general words about Henkel. Henkel was founded more than 147 years ago as a chemical and consumer goods company. They are headquartered in Düsseldorf and employ around 48,000 people from 124 nationalities. In 2023, they reported sales of 21.5 billion euro and an operating profit of 2.6 billion euro. And Henkel is committed to sustainability and social engagement. They reduced their carbon emissions by 61%, achieved by reducing energy consumption, water, and waste, and initiated 2,000 social projects in 2023, and they have around 40% women in management positions. Henkel has leading positions both in industrial and consumer good companies, with two core business units. On the one hand, adhesive technologies, and on the other hand, consumer brands. Their portfolio includes well-known hair care products, laundry detergents, fabric softeners, as well as adhesives, sealants, and functional coatings. Getting to the LoRaWAN initiative, what was the purpose? Henkel wanted to fill black data spots in factories and warehouses and use the data for advanced analytics. And why did they choose LoRaWAN? They chose LoRaWAN as it was an easy-to-implement solution with low costs and also highly scalable. Today, they have more than 200 sensors connected in several countries like Spain, Germany, Austria, Serbia, and also US. And they are using PTC ThingWorx and Grafana for the data visualization. There are three main use cases they implemented. First of all, the quality assurance of pack material and finished goods. Then they analyze how the varying environmental conditions like temperature and humidity can optimize the production process. And they also implemented a self-service plug-and-work platform for the factories, for example, for use cases like tank level monitoring, where leakages can be detected early, downtimes reduced, and sustainability increased, or also vibration monitoring. And this allows the small factories to have a decentralized approach so that they can decide for themselves and react quickly without going through a centralized budget approval. Yeah.
Last but not least, I would like to give a short outlook what we at Pepperl Fuchs are working on at the moment, so we don't stop with the ultrasonic sensors. And so we, in the last few years, we really going with our ultrasonic sensors to our customers. We presented our LoRaWAN sensors. We listened to our customers, to their requests, to their benefits. And this is really what's coming out of our last few discussions in the last years. So we are now bringing I'm really proud to introduce that we will bring our new sensors on the market in July 2024. So on the one hand, our Wilson valve sensor for all kind of valve monitoring, so for the process equipment industry, for the chemical industry, for water management. So customers then will be able to detect easily if their valves are open, if they are closed, or if they are somewhere between, so somebody needs to get there and check. And on the other hand, our Wilson node sensor is a little bit more of a platform, so customers will be able in the future to connect several sensors from Pepperl Fuchs to those Wilson nodes. So we have now around 500 sensors customers are able to connect with, so like inductive sensors, like you can see in the picture, for example, for monitoring if gates in your facility are open or if they are closed, or also capacitive sensors or float switches, so wide portfolio of sensors. And if you would like to have more info about these sensors, please feel free. We have the sensors with us here at the Actility booth, and we are happy to answer your questions. Thank you so much.